I don't forget. I never did forget that. And I will not forget that. And even my children and my grandchildren, they know my story. I could have been one of that 1,500,000 children who have been murdered. My name is Berthe. I was born in France. I will tell you what happened to me when I was a child during the war. At first, the war was very far away in the northern part of France, and we never knew exactly what has been going on. In 1940, Maréchal Pétain ordered all the Jews working in the French government to be thrown out of their jobs. Already in 1940, the Jews, mainly in Paris, were not feeling very safe. 1941, the Germans started to arrest Jews in Paris. With the time, the Germans have been arresting more and more, and then arresting the communists. I knew there was a war, but I didn't know everything which has been going on with the German. And so I did hear that sometimes the Germans were arresting people on the street. Someone looking Jewish could be arrested even on the street. And then the communists being in danger, the organization, the Jewish communist organization, asked the parents who may be in danger to send their children to safe places, just in case they may be arrested. At least the children will be safe. By the end of 1941, one day, my mother prepared a suitcase, and she told me that the next day, a friend of them will take me to a Christian family. I thought I was going to have some vacation. And then the next day, that friend took me by train to Aix-les-Bains. From Aix-les-Bains, we traveled by bus to a small village called Le Moncel. He took me to a farm, and there I met Madame Massona, and then that friend took out a certificate that I'm a Christian. My mother hadn't bothered to tell me that I should be there as a Christian. I learned there, on that moment, that I should be a Christian. And I say that I took my life in my own hands. I was 9 years old. I went together with all the children to the church. I gave the certificate to the priest. I never knew if he believed me or not. I have been sitting behind all the children on that first day in order for the priest not to ask me questions. And I stole one of the books, a missal, in order to learn the prayers at night in my bed. And to that day, I do remember. Notre Père qui es aux cieux, que votre nom soit sanctifié, que votre règne arrive sur la terre comme au ciel, and so on. There are some things that you never forget. The Germans have been looking for Jews everywhere. That feeling of security I did had until that time, it was over. Fear that one day a German will look at me and will see on my face that I'm a Jew. There were 2 more girls who came to stay at Le Montcel with the Christian families like me. They were together with me in the class, but we were so afraid of speaking, I never asked them what was their real name, where they were from, where their parents were. We were afraid just in case the word Jew will come out of our mouth. In May 1944, my mother decided to come and to see finally where I have been living all these years. One day, my mother was there in the kitchen with Madame Massonat. The window was open, and then they heard a car getting into the courtyard. Madame Massonat looked out, they immediately understood there was something wrong. She looked out of the window and she saw 2 Germans coming out of that car. She knew my mother was a Jew. She knew the danger. She immediately went out of the house, across, the alley, and she managed to stop the German by the entrance to the courtyard. And she managed to send them away. If Madame Massonat wouldn't have done what she did, going up to the German, if they would have come down, opened the door of the house, they would have found my mother. The German would have arrested her immediately. They knew exactly what they were looking for. And so I would have been arrested too. So Madame Massonat, with a quickness of mind, she understood the danger we were in so quickly. She managed to save my mother and me. And for that she received the title of Righteous Gentiles. And her name is in Yad Vashem. And I say that her name is in the garden in Yad Vashem. But she is still here. Because I don't forget. I never did forget that. And I will not forget that. And even my children and my grandchildren, they know my story. And they know that they do owe their life to Madame Massonat. Because I could have been one of that 1,500,000 children who have been murdered. So I owe my life to Madame Massonat. September 1944, Lyon was liberated. Americans coming from the south of France have been fighting the German all the way. When they got to Lyon, they did fight the German. The organization my parents were part of did fight too. And then my father came to take me back home. In September 1944, I returned to Lyon.